Good morning. Do you know what time it is? Of course you don't. You're watching a video. It's 20 to 4 in the morning. And there's only one reason to be up this early. It's a travel day. It's the big travel day. It's the start of the parks for the 34th. My trip to Japan in October 2025 for my birthday. And so I'm at the tube station waiting for a train to take me to Heathrow because I'm going to get on a flight with Turkish Airlines to Istanbul, and then I'm getting another flight in Istanbul to take me to Tokyo. So we're underway. We're going to do some flying, we're going to do some Japanning, some eating, some theme parking, and it all starts here. And I have barely slept, so it's going to be wild. Let's go. Let's all go to the Queen's Terminal. Let's all go to the Queen's Terminal. Let's all go to the Queen's Terminal. Set off for Japan. Okay. Technically, we're going to the Queen's Terminal to go to Istanbul, but we're on routes to Japan. It still counts. Right, so it's basically 4 a.m. Security should be just about opening, as we learned last time I came to the Queen's Terminal. And yeah, we'll drop the bag and get going. That's the cool plane thing. Let's go. And just like that. It's 4:50, and we're at the gate. They reckon that was going to take 15 minutes to walk here. It took less than 10. That's probably like 5. 15 if you don't use Travelator, but you should use Travelator. So if you can see it, there's the plane out there. It's just away from boarding. I have another ultimate breakfast ciabatta, as is now tradition, and a Coke. So I'm gonna eat and wait for this plane to board. So let's use this first flight, once we're on board, to have a quick look at Turkish Airlines' in-flight entertainment system. You can see the seat here, pretty standard, and you've got your screen there. I had a window seat looking over the wing, so that's nice. And yeah, let's have a look at this IFE. You've got a bunch of movies, new releases, as you can see, Mickey 17 here, Thunderbolts, Death of a Unicorn, Cleaner. A pretty good selection of movies, I have to say. They have a bunch of categories, blockbusters as well. Deep cuts are in there. There's some award winners, kids movies, as you might imagine, a bunch of Disney films. They've also got TV shows, not as many, but still quite a decent range. You've got your Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you've got some dramas like Once Upon a Time, Supernaturals for those last two for some of your genre fiction. So a lot of stuff to choose from. The surprising thing for me was the music. Normally in an in-flight entertainment system I find the music to be weird generic stuff that you've never heard of, but there's brand name music in here. There's Sabrina Carpenter, there's of course Taylor Swift, which is what I was looking for. There you go, they've got lots of it. I wasn't going to wind up listening to the music on this flight, but it's unusual to see an IFE that actually has unusual to me anyway, see an IFE with music that I would have been interested in listening to. There's some games if you want them, Angry Birds, Monopoly, some Disney themed classic games, things like that, and of course your in-flight map, which shows you various views of the plane as it goes across the route. It's not there on it right here, obviously, because we haven't set off yet, but you can see there the plane, there's the route, and not much to see right now, because the plane hasn't moved, but you can see basically how it works. There's a globe, the plane moves across it. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, it's a pretty good in-flight entertainment system, I have to say. You can also sync it with an app on your phone that allows you to browse the library. You've got your reading light button, your flight time call, and so on in here as well. Language settings, those are all the supported languages, and thanks for the display. Yeah, you can look at the app on your phone, which lets you choose stuff and put it in your favorites, which you can then call up on the in-flight entertainment display. And then the other thing that allows you to do is sync those playlists between different flights. So if you add a bunch of stuff on the first flight, for example here, and it's synced to your phone, when you take your phone to the next flight, you get the rest of them. So that's a quick look at that, and now I'm going to leave you with the sounds of the engines from this Airbus as we take flight for our journey to Istanbul. And as a reminder, if you aren't interested in watching the takeoff roll or the landing roll, that's absolutely fine. I know some people enjoy watching that sort of thing, so I leave it in for them. But if it's not for you, if you just rather get to the next thing, all my videos are chaptered, so hit the next chapter and you can see us when we're in the air. And as promised, here we are. We've taken to the skies. We're on our way to Istanbul. So yeah, look at the clouds out there. We're in the sky right now. Well, I was then. This is a voiceover, so you know. But in spirit, we're in the sky right now. That's the video we're watching. You know, we're flying. We're on a plane. On this flight, you do get a meal service. It's a simple one. You get this this little I think I can't remember what it's called. It's some kind of Turkish dish, but it's like a pasta and egg concoction, and it's nice. I enjoyed it. I've got my headset plugged in here. You can see they do provide one on the flight. Simple earphones, as you can see, which interestingly have one connector, even though the IFE has two sockets. I'm using my own KZs plugged into one port. Does work. That's what they provide as well. But there are standard airline jacks there, so if you have a dual adapter, you can use it. I do have one, but it was getting in the way of the USB port, which is right next to it, so I just didn't bother with it on this flight. But yeah, you can use your own headset just fine, but they do provide one if you don't have one. On the flight, get some views, not just clouds. As you can see, we got some pretty good views of the mountains out there on the way to Istanbul, which is looking pretty cool. Here's a little bit of a closer look. Yeah, that's a pretty fun thing to see out the window, I have to say. So while I was making use of my IFE, watching some movies and TV shows and stuff, I didn't skimp on this cool window seat I got. I like this view out over the sea here with all the ships. Like, wow, those are massive like ships for containers and oil. Big ships, and they look teeny weeny tiny up here. And there's so many of them scattered around there. So yeah, that was cool to see. And now, as you can see, we're on a descent down into Istanbul. So It's not a super long flight compared to the other one. It's pretty quick actually. It's only about 4 hours. But I've obviously condensed it quite a bit for you because I don't think you want to sit through 4 hours of just me sitting around watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine and snacking. So now we'll go back once again to the sound of the engines and so forth, so you can enjoy the landing roll. Again, if you're not interested in watching that, absolutely fine, just skip ahead. So, we've made it to Istanbul, and I know what you're thinking. You're indoors. Why are you wearing sunglasses? Who's gonna stop me? I've stopped at Carl's Jr. for a barbecue burger, which we have right here. Which better be good, because it costs the equivalent of $21.50. Yeah, right. You got lucky, Carl. It's pretty good. Where are the fries? Acceptable. Is this 22 quid? No. But we're in an airport, which you expect. This airport's huge. It's enormous. Look at this place. That's just a tiny part of it. I walked for like 10 minutes to get here. Anyway, we'll go around later. My flight's not for several hours, so we got time to go. The flight here was good. Pretty comfortable. Food was alright. Can't complain. In-flight entertainment. So yeah, the big one's going up. I was starting to get tired during that one, which is not surprising because I barely slept. But
I've had a bit of a second wind arriving. And I have a Coke, so we're good. And I'm gonna eat. So Carl gives you like free drink refills. So I refilled my Coke. Now, I'm walking to find this gate. It's just down here somewhere. And I thought it was going to be not a long enough walk, because I'm actually trying to get steps in during my brief stop over here. And I was like, originally thinking, it'll be really far, based on how long I walked to get to Carl's Jr. But then it seemed like the B gates were actually the closest. And I was like, oh well, it won't take that long. But I had again underestimated just how big this place is, and I've been walking for quite a while down this B concourse. And you can see B5 is still, not until we pass this duty-free thing. So it's still not going to be long enough, I think, to get all the steps I wanted in, but more than I thought. I think I'll probably just keep walking. Alright, we made it to B5. And look, planes. You can see lots of planes outside. And how miserable the weather is. I think it's like 22 degrees, but it is raining like mad here in Istanbul. Anywho, there's definitely like no way that filled my rings. So, I guess you keep walking and come back. Let's do that. Let's go this way. I don't know. The plane's up for a while. Let's see what else is in the B wing. So many duty frees. So many duty frees. I mean, it's an airport. I'm not surprised. But yeah, this airport is absurdly large. I mean, it's still got, look, yeah, it splits in two here and just keeps going. How do they have enough money for this much airport? It's not even finished. They build more of it. Imagine more of this airport. How much airport does one place need? And don't say London's got like 4 airports. That would undermine my point. Stop that. You stop that and keep it stopped. Well, that closed both rings. And now, I'm sitting here in this like sun lounger with no sun, watching the apron. Huh? What do you want? I'm on holiday. I did all that walking. I closed both the rings. I earned this. And the rest of this Coke. Don't judge me.
So as you can see, I did once again get a nice overwing window seat. So I didn't pay for these, by the way. These were just the how it's designed. It was good. The in-flight entertainment on this flight is a little bit more robust. You can see there's more buttons and features on there. You get a USB-A and a USB-C port, and yeah, this time I was able to fit my little headphone adapter in by putting it the other way. So yeah, that's been settled into my bigger and slightly more comfortable seat with a bit more feature roll. And now let's watch this bird take flight. Again, if you want to skip that, it's a chapter, so jump to the next one. Menu shot. No, I'm not gonna rip Miles off. Miles deserves better than that. But yeah, you get a menu, so you can browse what you're gonna eat ahead of time. It covers both the main meal, which in this case I think, gosh, I don't know, dinner. I think it's dinner, maybe lunch, and then also we get a breakfast on the other end, and you get an amenity kit in economy. It's amazing. I've never had an amenity kit on a flight before. So in it, this one was some like cost as well. It's cool. You get a toothbrush, as you can see there. They also gave us a bottle of water, which you can see there as I struggle to get things out of the amenity kit. So in it, we get a sleep mask, socks, which is what I'm pulling out there, and they're all wrapped up in slippers. Yep, look at the socks. They're ribbed along for grip. And then alongside your toothbrush, you get a bit of toothpaste and some earplugs. So there's the face mask. There's me dropping the toothpaste. There it is, white glow. And your earplugs, which I did wind up making use of later on. They were handy once I was getting a bit tired and wanted to just rest a bit. I spent most of the flight watching various movies, like further. I watched Ocean's 11 on the first flight, I think, so I started watching the Ocean's 13 and this one, and then some other stuff as well. You do get proper headphones. I say proper, I just mean they're not earphones on a long haul flight, it looks like, as you can see here. I did try these out at one point. They're fine if you don't have proper earphones or headphones or whatever like I do. But yeah, I stuck with my KZs for the most part. If you're wondering why that one's half out, it's because I was waiting on making one of my food orders, so I had it out so I could hear the attendant and when they were speaking. You get a pillow and a blanket, and here is that food order. I went with the braised beef, which was delicious, I have to say. The vegetables were great as well, the accompaniment, so smashed through that. And the chocolate mousse was also very nice. I accompanied it all with a Coke. Drink a lot of Coke in this trip. I normally drink Coke Zero most of the time, but when I'm on holiday, I indulge myself in real Coke for the most part. So you're gonna see me drink a lot of Coke. You've already seen me drinking some. It keeps going. Yeah, so here's a look at the flight path we took. So we're a little bit twisty and windy here, but you can see now we're crisscrossing over China at this part of the trip, and then head towards Tokyo. So this is sort of recalling it later on, but that's giving you some flavor of the route we took. For breakfast, I got the banana pancakes, which were amazing. There's just these two little pancakes with the compote and the just great. Just love those. They're really yummy. So yeah, smashed through that as well. Another Coke, as you can see. And once that was done, of course, it was because it was morning. That meant we were arriving in Tokyo. It's now Sunday, so I set off very early on a Saturday morning, and I'm arriving early-ish, 9 a.m.-ish, into Tokyo. And oh, what's that? Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
We made it. I'm in Japan. It took a while to get my bag. And you have to go through like 3 gates of customs and immigration, but we're here. We're in Japan. And I've picked up the SIM card that's going in my portable Wi-Fi router. I do also have an eSIM in my phone already, but got that as a backup. And now I've found the bus stop. So this is the one I'm taking. 10 here. Gonna take the friendly airport limousine to Disneyland. Because although I'm not staying at Disneyland, I'm staying near it, so it sort of helps. As you've probably guessed, not getting this one, mine's booked at 12:05. and it's currently 10:30, so a little bit of a wait. I went to the mini stop inside to break 1,000 yen notes by buying this bottle of Coke. So I'm going to drink a Coke and wait the hour and a half for the bus that I'm catching. Which again, yeah, it's one of these. The airport limousine. Just not that one. But yeah, that's me sailing. Turkish Airlines long-haul economy. If that's not the best economy product in the sky, I would be staggered to see what's better. Because the food was great. Getting the amenities kit in economy, regular economy, not even premium economy. It's great. All right, let's watch this airport limousine bus go, and then I will wait here for mine. Like I said, there it goes. Another bus. I don't know what that one is. I don't think it goes to. Go to Tokyo Station. There you go, buses everywhere. Yes, mine is at 12:05, so it's a little while. I left a leeway because I knew I needed to leave some leeway for immigration and picking up the Wi-Fi. And just, in the event that something was delayed, I flew it for 12. I can't get into my hotel until 3 anyway, so I'm going to go to Ikspiari regardless. But in the meantime, yeah, it's just wait it out for the one that I'm going. So the other thing I did at the airport is I used the restroom because I'd been traveling for how long? I don't know, 16 hours, something like that, and hadn't gone yet because I didn't need to until I got here. And yes, it was a Japanese washlet. Just beef here, total washlet, nothing fancy. Yes, I used the water jet. I see what they're driving at. I get it. I think, like a lot of people who come to Japan and use a washlet, I guess I'm a convert because it seemed fine to me. Seemed pretty good. I don't know why we don't do that. Yes, I'm not going to get into this loo review stuff or bathroom reviews or whatever, the way some people do, but we all know about the Japanese toilets. So yes, I have already used one and I'm pro. I'm declaring myself pro. Anyway, it's been waiting for the bus a little while now. It's now 25 past 11. It looks like the next one is about to leave. I think the way this works is they've got 2 little queues on the ground. And so if your bus is the second one coming, so not the next one to leave, the one after that, you get in line 2, and then when line 1 leaves, they move you into line 1. So basically that means I think I'll be lining up at 11:40 for mine. I'm wondering what I'm going to do at the other end. I had one of the reasons I broke the 1,000 yen is to A, I need coins, and B, one of the reasons I might need coins is I was going to put my suitcase in a locker in Ikspiari and then go around Ikspiari before my hotel is ready. On the coins though, I would say I put them in this coin holder thing that I got online because you know, obviously locals are going to know coins by feel and just be able to fish them out of a coin purse or whatever. But I don't. I'm not familiar with these coins, and coins are a lot more valuable in Japan than they are in like the UK, for example. Like there's a 500 yen coin here, which is much more useful of a coin than, say, a 20 pence piece, for example. A lot of things still take cash, whatever, so coins are relevant. And I've got a couple of these little holders that just like take 5 or 4 of each coin and just hold them so you can pull them out and easily find them. So that's where I'm putting my coins. Just thought I'd show that. And yeah, gonna keep waiting for my bus. Not long now.
So yeah, as you saw, this friendly limousine bus was all for me. Both me and the bus driver were very amused by the fact that there was nobody on it, I got on, and that was it. Just me. So this entire bus was just mine, chauffeuring me to Tokyo Disney. Yeah, the limousine bus is a really pleasant way to make your journey from the airport to Tokyo Disney in my case, or Tokyo Station, or wherever you're going. It's a nice bus. Obviously, you're not normally going to have it all to yourself like I did, but even then, you get a little decent cup holder. The seats are comfortable. They store your luggage underneath for the journey, so you don't have to worry about it. So, yeah, it's good. It's a good way to do it.
Like that, here we are. The storage lockers were right by the bus station. Like literally, it's there. It is, these are the extra large ones. It is 800 yen, so I did have to use this change machine here to get more, because it takes 8 100 yen coins. That's it. That thing will convert 500 yen coins to 5 100s, or 1,000 yen notes to. Ooh, yeah. Look at that! Look! It's not around. There's me talking about currency. Tokyo Disneyland monorails right there. Yeah, so it'll convert those, and then you stick them in and get a key. So. Alright, we're head towards Bon Voyage and Ikspiari. And the bridge is over here. Over there is Tokyo Narita. And that's Tokyo Disneyland. Wow. We're just here. This is still so surreal. I was in London and now I'm at Tokyo Disney. Wow. So yeah, head up here, up across this bridge, and that leads us around to that red thing over there. which is Bon Voyage. And that is the Tokyo Disney Resort outside the park's retail location, where you can get the park lunch and stuff without having to buy park admission. So if you need souvenirs, if you've already been, if you forgot something, hence the name, Bon Voyage. Or if, like me, say you've arrived the day before you're going into the parks, you can go and prep by getting some vital park supplies. So that's what I'm gonna do. Boy, Bon Voyage is busy. Wow. Yeah, moving around there, barely any room to breathe. Loads of people in there, but managed to get around and find some things, which purchases were made. And then after Bon Voyage, I headed into Ikspiari. Went to the Disney store because there were a couple of things I wanted to get that I could not get in Bon Voyage. So I went to the Disney store, found them there, which I'll show all of that off when I get to the hotel in a bit. And now I've come to Saizeriya in Ikspiari for dinner, lunch, I don't know. The time frame is ridiculous at this point. It's a Japanese style Italian restaurant in the Japan's family restaurant category, and the food is incredibly cheap. I think I have ordered like 2 mains, a starter, a dessert, and unlimited soft drinks at their drink bar, and it's coming in at like a tenner, I think. So can't be bad. Look at all this money I just dropped on merch. Well, again, we'll get into that later. So yeah, I've ordered with the little app thing, scan the QR code, and just waiting for the food to come. Food's here. So you may well be thinking, well, your first meal in Japan, why are you having Italian? Why aren't you having Japanese food? And to be fair, one reason is, again, incredibly cheap. This spread, plus the dessert I'm having later, came in at 1,800 yen. £9. Second, although this is Italian food, it's Japanese. Saizeriya is a Japanese Italian. It's Japanese Italian, and it's a Japanese institution. And these are not really Italian meals. There's Hamburg steak and meat doya, which is a rice-based lasagna, almost. So, you know, this is not Italian food. This is Japanese food with an Italian aesthetic. Also got these grilled skewers. Wow. That's pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna save the doria for a second, because that's wheels on here, that's like their thing. Try the Hamburg steak. This is a Japanese institution. I think it's like a Salisbury steak, like a hamburger patty with like Salisbury sauce or whatever. Yeah, no, I can see that. My friends. Bit of fried egg, can't go wrong, and of course, tortilla. That's fantastic. All right, start of the show. Let's that is hot. Let's try the meat tortilla. So you can see like rice on the bottom, and then you've got like the white cheese sauce, and on top like the red meat sauce, which gives it the meat tortilla. Oh, that's rich. That is good. Yeah, it is effectively like a rice lasagna. It's good. This is good stuff. I'm going to tuck in to my Saizeriya and come back to you when we move on to dessert. I ordered my dessert to come later. There's two options with the food. You can order all at once, and for some of them, there's a different number you'll put in from the menu that's come later, and then you get an option to press a button on the thing, and then I think there's a physical button, and they'll bring the dessert when you're ready for it. So that's what I've done. So I'll be back with you when I'm ready for dessert. Dessert time. So I got the Italian cream pudding and the tiramisu because they sell them as a pair. You can't get either one. I couldn't pick each one. They sell them as a pair for cheaper, so get both. Get both. Get both. That's good pudding. Try tiramisu. It's also a pretty good tiramisu. I'm not a huge tiramisu person because I'm not that huge on coffee, but I will from time to time, and that is decent. I honestly can't stress enough. 1,800 yen. I got two mains, a starter, and this double dessert, and these unlimited soft drinks. You can have Coke, Coke Zero, Minute Maid, juices, as much as you want for the 90-minute table time or whatever. I'm going to pay 1,800 yen. 9 times. I don't know how Saizeriya can make any money, but because the quality of the food for the money you're paying is ridiculous. This is not like fine dining Italian food, but if you treat it like I did as being like this unique Japan fusion of Italian food and enjoy it in that sense, for the money you're paying, this food is really tasty, really filling, and you get quite it's a steal. I feel like I'm robbing them money.
So stuff happened. Not much, actually. After Saizeriya, to be honest, I was starting to hit the wall a little bit. So I did go and peek in the Ambassador Hotel at the TikTok Diner, which had a big queue. And whilst, I am tempted by the idea of kawaii baked goods, since I was hitting the wall, I was going like, we can get kawaii baked goods tomorrow and Tuesday. Probably. It's, we have other opportunities to do that. It wasn't worth that line. It's busy in Ikspiari, as I mentioned, with Disney Store and Bon Voyage in particular, and the station. I think it doesn't help that tomorrow is a national holiday, which incidentally, that's my day in Disneyland, my birthday. So we're going to have to deal with that as well. I knew that. You are supposed to avoid national holidays, even though it's a Monday or any other weekday or whatever. But I can't move my birthday, and there was no point in coming here on a birthday trip and not going to Disneyland on my birthday. So we're just going to deal with that. But yeah, I think some of that was the hang forward of that. This is probably a busy weekend as well. But yeah, I had a look around in Ikspiari and the Disney Store and Bon Voyage and stuff. It's just with the state I'm in from the long travel, the crowds were getting a bit much for me, along with the humidity. It's not that warm. It's like 24, which is hot, but it's not, but it's sort of muggy and overcast, so it's a little bit tiring to wander around in the heat all the time. So I went and grabbed my suitcase from the storage locker, jumped on the JR, and came to my hotel. This is the CVS Bay Hotel. It's 2 stops from Disney, basically, on that line. So it takes almost no time at all to get here, and it's not glamorous. This one is, of the 4 hotels I'm staying in while I'm in Japan, this one is like the cheapest and the least exciting. It's just a fairly standard business hotel in the Japanese classification, albeit in a touristy area. Small, by the way, but it has what it needs. Yeah, last time I was on my last trip for my birthday, I was staying in a hostel dormitory inside an old, well, still in fact, motel. They'd converted some of the rooms into hostel dorms, and I was on a bunk bed in there. If you're solo traveling on theme parks, you know, you really are just using it as a crash pad for sleeping and showering and stuff. So this is actually an improvement on that because I've got my own space. So shall we do a little room tour and then go through purchases? I think let's get to it. So this is my room. It's the standard sort of single room with a, I think this is a double bed, sorry. I've been leaning on the pillow, as you can see, and it's gotten all messy. Let's fix that. There we go. That's better, yeah. So, yeah, you know, it's a decent size bed. It's, I think Westerners would find it on the firmer side, but I actually think it's all right, to be honest. Beds in Japan do tend to be firmer, and I think it's true in all of East and Southeast Asia. Maybe not all, but a lot of it, certainly. So yeah, like I said, this is a small room, so basically just the bed, a little bit of floor space around here. You've got your TV opposite the bed. It's quite a big TV, actually. It's not bad. Takes up a lot of that time. There's a stool under there, which you can sit on, obviously. If you don't want to sit on the bed, I'll probably be sitting on the bed and using that as an extra table, as you can see here. There's my suitcase and my backpack. Over here by the door, you've got your little storage and clothing area. You do get some slippers, which you'll be putting on. And then your hangers and a little bit more storage. I think for a large part, this is a kind of hotel where you sort of live out of the suitcase. Being a simple business hotel, that kind of makes sense. Over by the bed, there's a little table. You've got kettle for the cups. There's a power strip that you can plug in. By the bed, there are a couple of USB ports and a power socket behind. In a bin, there are also power sockets over by the storage you might have seen earlier, over there. So, different places to get your power. There's also a fridge. Little fridge for you to put your drinks and onigiri and whatnot in. We have a window behind this curtain. So let's have a look. We have an Amazon.co.jp view. See that? And also this building here. It looks like some kind of warehousing. There's a bunch of things directly opposite. I'm not really sure what it does. But if you go all the way over there, you can actually see some water. So I think this is technically a bay view by pitching standards. You can see stuff beyond the bay. But yeah, I mean, you're not staying here for the view, are you? You're staying here for, like I said, a bed and a shower. So I'm not particularly concerned about what the view there is. And then over here is the bathroom. Yeah, something like that. Light on. Got your standard C-tier Toto washlet with the standard functions of a Japanese toilet. The sink. If you see little spots of water, that's because I have washed my hands in it already, which is also why the hand towel is out. But yeah, you know, cups, hand soap, the sink itself, another mirror, hello, another mirror, hello. In here in the shower and bathroom, which yeah, it's your wet room setup. with a separate little bath area for you to sit in or whatnot. And you do get some body soap, conditioner, and shampoo to use. Little rack for your towel. And your clothes line, should you want it. So in there. So yeah, nothing fancy, but definitely will get the job done. I plan to avail myself of it fairly soon because having been traveling for so long, I do feel the need to freshen up a bit because, oh dang. Anyway, let's do some purchases. Let me put you over here. All right, big old bag of stuff. Let's go. Right, what do we got first? Ha! This. Look, it says Javier's birthday on it. So I wanted, because in Tokyo Disney they don't give you the free button on your birthday. You can get a sticker, but a sticker's like, if you're into stickers, it's fine, I guess. But I wanted something more substantial. And for a while I know they had can badges and like rosettes you could get. Can badge is a button type of badge or pin. So I was looking for something like that, and then I stumbled across this, which is one of the pin-on keyring plushie Mickeys, which I wanted one of these anyway, because I always want to get a new Mickey, and you can get a fancy one. And this is Tuxedo Mickey with his birthday hat on and his little happy birthday. So he ticks 2 boxes at once. He's perfect. Also, well, even the tag said happiest birthday. It's a range. Also, he was 2,500 yen. He's cheaper than like the Halloween keychain plush Mickeys. And they're smaller. Like he's the size of my head. He's enormous. They're all like about the size of his body, without his head and hat. He's amazing. We love him. He's joining the team. So he's going to be pals with Clip-On Mickey now. We love birthday Mickey. What's this? Aha! Yes. They have these at some of the other parks now, I believe, but not. I think they arrived at other parks subsequent to my being at any of those parks. So this mainstay of the Tokyo Disney merch lineup is one that I was excited to check out. And I got these nice blue Mickey Mouse shades, and they've got 520 stars on them too. So they're like double for me. Look at that. Look at my actual glasses though. Huh? What do you think? I can't see them. I don't have my contacts in because I was flying on a plane. So hence the glasses. Funny story about that. We'll come to that. Does that look good? It probably doesn't with the tag. I don't know. I think they're so cool. I love them. I love them so much. They're blue. They're Mickey Mouse. 5.8 stars. Everything about them is great. And if I was not so tired, I'm sure I would be able to get this tag off really easily. But I am, so I'm not managing it. Oh my god. We'll do that later. One more about here. Aha! This is another mainstay of Tokyo Disney merch. It's a leisure sheet. So these are basically like little personal picnic blankets almost that you put down to sit on the ground. So you don't have to sit on the ground. Isn't that clever? Isn't that a clever idea? They just fold flat. It's these little things that you can carry. And then you can button that, and then button that. And then there it is. In the back. And we unfold it. Ta-da! You sit on that. Huh? Huh? So this one has all these like fake canned and boxed Disney treats, like Mickey Mouse sweeties and soda. There's popcorn. Oh, this one is Donald Duck cleaning powder. Very cute. We love that. We love their made-up products with all their cute little faces on. Yeah, and then it just goes back in this little holder, which says "Dreams on the go." Easy. Mickey and Pluto off to work. Cute. So yeah, well, I think this merch range, the Dreams on the Go thing, is sort of like themed to like go and invite your day, and or Mickey and friends are going about their days almost. So it's for working people and stuff like that. It's cool. This is a slightly different format of the leisure sheet case. The sheet itself, I think, is exactly the same as the standard ones, but normally the case is sort of formatted that way, portrait with the handle on there, and it flips through there. But I think inside it's basically the same. This one's just that way. But yeah, this is the one I picked out, and I'm going to be sitting on this because that's what it's for. There's a method to this. So yeah, the Happy's birthday stuff, like I said, is a range. It's a range, see? And they also have a hand towel. And I was looking at two different hand towels, and this was one of them. This one is a bigger one. It's like twice the size of a normal hand towel. And it was only like less than 50% more, and it's like twice the size. So I thought, well, you know, it is my birthday for this trip. Hence, this guy. So I get the matching hand towel. Haha, look, it's got Mickey and Minnie on it. So you'll probably see a lot of hand towels for sale at Tokyo Disney. And the reason for that is basically that hand towel is a very useful thing to have in Japan for a couple of reasons. One is that a lot of places, not all places, it's not like universal, but just there will be places when you're out and around that just don't have hand dryers in the restroom. So if you have your own hand towel with you, you can dry your hands. Makes sense. And the other reason is obviously just climate related. It is hot and humid in parts of Japan, and so you might just want to have a towel handy to dab your brow with water. So they're a common one. We got a clear file. Partly, these are 750 yen. They're very cheap. And they come with, oh, it's multiple sizes. There's A5 and A4, that's why. That's what's else in there. It's a littler one. They're basically, Japan is a very paperwork heavy culture, so you often need a little thing to put paperwork in. And I have a bunch of paperwork on this trip, which I'm currently using my existing like purple wallet for, which is tatty as heck. So I thought, you know, TVR Explorer Chris is always raving about his clear files, and I saw this one, ready for takeoff, where dreams touch the sky. And I thought, that's very appropriate. I flew here to make a dream come true. So, this is themed to a show, I believe, at Tokyo DisneySea. I don't know if it's called Ready for Takeoff or Where Dreams Touch the Sky. I can't remember.
It's called Dreams Take Flight.
But in the show, they're like building a plane as a metaphor for living your dreams. And this is themed to the launch of that, which launched in July 2025, like it said there. So that's what that is. I got chopsticks. Of course I did. We're in Japan. But these are Mickey Mouse chopsticks. I wanted Mickey Mouse themed chopsticks, and these are the ones I picked out. They've got they're very fancy. Look at them. They're like matte. Ooh. And they've got like the Mickey pattern, floral, all up them. See, aren't they pretty? They're 23 centimeters long, and these were 1,100 yen. So just over a $5. We love them. We love the Mickey chopsticks. They're so cute. No notes. No notes for these. I like them. that's what that is. And since I, as soon as I decided I wanted Mickey Mouse chopsticks, I was like, well, if I'm gonna have Mickey Mouse chopsticks, I need more Mickey Mouse cutlery. So I also happen to know they did other kinds of cutlery with Mickey Mouse. So I got these. It's Mickey Mouse fork and spoon. I don't know why it's a fork and a spoon and not a fork and a knife. But they had forks and spoons in various combinations. You could have a bunch of forks, a bunch of spoons, or one fork and one spoon in various designs. So, yeah. The ones I wound up getting are these ones, where you've got the fork has Mickey in a little outfit, which I believe goes with this one, the spoon, which has the Tokyo Disney Resort Cruiser on it, which is the unique bus design that they use for the resort buses. And I think he seemed to be like the driver, or if there was one, the conductor, the ticket holder. It's very cute. And the spoon has embossed in it the front of the resort cruiser. So that's just cute. They're just cute. We love that too. It's all good stuff. Right, I think that is everything from Bon Voyage. Everything else in here is receipts. Yes, indeed so. So this bag is this one's the one I got from Bon Voyage. But there's a couple more things in it, because although I got all that stuff from Bon Voyage, there were a couple of things I needed that they did not have. We'll start with this one, which is 4,200 yen, and it's an umbrella. I was looking specifically for one that had this tag, UV protection parasol for sun and rain. So this umbrella is good for sun and rain. And it's got Mickey as the handle, which is cute. It's one of the small ones, so it'll go in my backpack. We'll come to that. And it's got little Mickey and again 5-pointed star patterns on it. Now it is, beyond that, relatively simple umbrella. I think there's a picture of it out. Yeah, there you go. It's black, but it's got the Mickey and the stars around the edges of it, and of course the Mickey handle. And there it is. Nice, simple little parasol umbrella, which can protect me from the sun and the rain, both, which is exactly what I wanted. But 4,200 yen. So, but it's 21 quid. The thing about this is, I also still needed a backpack. I know I've been carrying one around, but that big blue one that Clip-On Mickey is currently attached to is a carry-on backpack. That is for air travel backpack. It's not a day-to-day. It's huge and cumbersome, and it carries a lot of stuff, but it's not for going around theme parks. Which brings us to the last item, which is this, my new backpack. This is my new day-to-day theme parking backpack for this trip. And the thing about this is a 3,300 yen backpack. 3,300 yen is not that much money. It's £16.50 for this backpack, which is a reasonable price, I think, for a backpack like this. It is, a simple one with a small front pocket, a big main pocket, and the big main pocket has within it, if I open it up, just a simple extra sleeve. So you can put like an iPad or documents or whatever in there. And then the back is rigid reinforced. So if you did put documents in there, they're not going to, completely pristine, but they're going to not be creased or whatever for the most part. So yeah, stick those in there. And it's also padded if it's like an iPad or a laptop or whatever. Fairly straightforward backpack. It's not huge, but it's going to hold a decent amount of stuff without getting, to being a big cumbersome thing like that. 16 quid. Not bad. The only other backpacks in there that I saw, which I liked as much as or more than this one, were at least twice the price, and in some cases twice the price and smaller. Admittedly with more, fancy types of pockets and stuff, so kind of some advantages there, even though it's smaller.
This one was a lot more fun and kawaii than the other ones I liked, which had like Mickey on them, but they were like mostly plain and black and whatever. Whereas of course this one's like bright and colourful and exciting to look at. But also, if you spent more than 2,000 yen in a single transaction, bearing in mind this, 4,200 yen. This only costs 1,400 yen. £7. I got this backpack for £7. At that price, I feel like I stole it. I don't know why more people weren't doing this. Maybe I'll see plenty of these around. I probably will, because that's a good deal. It's just a good deal. So I found this backpack first. Walked up to it and was like, that's a good looking one. And then I was like, oh, it's got this magical offer on it. What do you have to do? Spend 2,000 yen. Well, I do need to buy the umbrella as well. So went and found the umbrella, and it was more. So I'll win. So that is everything that I've looked from the Disney store and Bon Voyage on day one. And a look around my hotel room. I'm gonna take a shower because I really want to take a shower and probably badly need one. And then I will hit up Lawson. There's a Lawson downstairs, just outside the hotel, same building. Just head out. It's literally right there. So we'll go to Lawson, which is a konbini, a convenience store, one of the three big chains here in Japan. If you don't know, there's Lawson, 7-Eleven, the one you've already heard of, and Family Mart, famous for the family chicken, fried chicken that you can get there. So I'll be heading there to get some drinks to go in this fridge, and maybe like some onigiri for snacking on in the morning or whatever, and maybe some kind of light dinner, because I ate Saizeriya not that long ago, but depending on how long I will remain awake for, I might want to eat something else later.
Hey, now that I'm feeling human again, I remembered I never did tell you why the story about why the contact lenses was funny, right? Basically, the whole reason I started wearing these regularly and got contact lenses is on this trip, on the Park 34th Tokyo Drift, this trip that you're watching, I'm going to a theme park that has a roller coaster at it that I really want to go on, called Ejinaika. And my understanding is they won't even let you wear shoes on it, let alone glasses. Doesn't matter if they're sunglasses, doesn't matter if they're corrective lenses, it's not happening. This is not unheard of with roller coasters, but obviously it is more intense ones that it takes. And this is one of the most intense roller coasters in the world. And I was like, if I'm going to go all the way to Japan and ride this roller coaster, I want to see what's happening. So I guess I'm going to need contacts. And so I got contact lenses just so that I could ride that roller coaster and see what was happening. The only reason, like I said, I think I said earlier, bear in mind I'm offering on very little sleep, so if my memory is not the best, that's why. The only reason I'm not wearing them right now is that because I was going on planes and sleeping, couldn't have them in. I'd prefer not wearing my glasses now if I can avoid it. So yeah. Anyway, I've had my shower, as I said. I feel much better. It's refreshed me a bit. I'm still a bit tired, but that definitely helped. So I'm going to check on my rings on my watch. So I know I've got to do some activity, I think. And I'll probably do a little recce walk around the area to get the bit more of a lay of the land of where I am for the next few days. And then, like I said, on the way back, I'll stop in at Lawson for snacks, drinks, and dinner. Let's all go to the Lawson. Let's all go to the Lawson. Let's all go to the Lawson to get ourselves some snacks. Is that anything? I think that's the thing. Let's do that. You can't stop me. I already did it. Stop arguing. It's done. We've done it. It's over. That's happened, and there's nothing either of us can do about it. Let's go. Having checked the watch, what I need is a 10-minute walk for exercise. I've
closed my move ring, as it turns out, and I hadn't even noticed. But just need some exercise. So let me show you where we are. That is Ichikawa Shohama Station. You can see the Lawson there, and then that just beyond it, that building it's underneath, is the CVS Bay, and then the tower is where I'm in, because this is that structure we saw with all the warehouse doors or whatever. And then over that way is the bay. So yeah, don't need to go too far. Just gonna get about 10 minutes of exercise in to close the ring for another day. And then back to Lawson to fill up on stuff. Over here, basically the other side of the station, I think, there's another konbini, I think, which is one of the, I think, lesser known ones. Still quite a big chain, but just not one of the big three, I think. I did recognize the name when I passed it, but I cannot flat remember it. There's also a petrol station over there. Yeah. Daily Yamazaki is here on the right. So that's the other side of the station. Because that's the station there, and that's the daily. So just through on the other side there is where we were when this started. So yeah, gonna do my little walk and then hit Lawson. And done. Done the walk. Wound up being about 15 minutes in the end. Just up and down, and then into Lawson for a quick run to see what I could get to stock up for the evening and morning and stuff. So they had liter bottles of Coke for like, oh no, it's stuck. 50% more than the 500 liter bottles each, so just pick these up and put them in the fridge down here, and they'll have Coke available when I need it. So I thought that made sense. And then I had a melon pan and a custard and whipped cream croissant. Getting some pastries for the morning sort of thing. Along similar lines, a bag of animal-shaped egg Stella, a little snacky. A savoury thing for possibly eating in the morning, because I've got to get up early tomorrow to go to Disneyland. And so it'll be a long time before I can eat in the park. It's a whole thing. We'll get into that on that vlog. I got on a pork cutlet curry onigiri, so your rice bowl with pork cutlet, katsu, and curry. So that sounds great. They had these bags of the strawberry Kit Kats, and they're like a couple of quid. So yes, obviously. For that, I bought a tube of Chip Star. They're like slightly naffer Pringles, basically, to have something around to snack on. Karaage chicken from the hot counter as a light dinner type thing. And also something that was on my sort of list of things to check out from jet lag and various other places doing it. I got a coolish, which is basically soft serve ice cream in a squeezy bowl. So let's you know what? Let's go straight into it and try out the karaage and the coolish. And then that'll be it for this, either first or second part. I don't know how I'm going to split this. And next time we'll be going to the park, like I said. It'll be my birthday tomorrow, and I'm going into Disneyland. So, like I said, early start. And lots planned for tomorrow. So let's try this karaage. That's pretty good chicken. Damn. It's very tender. Try to achieve this. Again, it's like a couple hundred yen. It's nothing. You could go dangerously wrong with that. Because that's pretty good. You could get addicted to that easy. It's coolish. So yeah, just comes in a little squeezy bottle like that. Oh my god, that is incredible. It is literally just vanilla ice cream that you just... Okay. This is gonna go great as well, because this isn't like the spiciest chicken in the world, but it's got a little heat to it. So that's gonna cut that great. Fantastic. Alright, so you know what I'm doing for this evening. I'm gonna chill in my room, get to bed relatively early, because like I say, early start tomorrow, and then we'll be rolling right into it with things getting properly underway at Disneyland. So, you know how YouTube works. You've got to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, hit subscribe if you want to see them, ring the bell if you want to be told when they come out straight away by YouTube, and, you know, leave comments, ask questions, make fun of how I said something, or... Yes, but anyway, any other things like that where you think I've stuffed something up, or do you have a question because I wasn't clear, or you're just interested in something. You know how to use the comments, you know how YouTube works, and yeah, share the videos with anyone you think will enjoy them, and I will see you on the next one as the Factor 34 Tokyo Drift really gets underway, so stay tuned.
It's a three-pronged attack. Subliminal, liminal, and superliminal.
Superliminal?
I'll show you. Hey, you!
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, all right.
I'm in.